Yes.
So welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Talk to me about your thoughts on the two-day conference.
I much appreciate it. I think it's the first time we've had a chance to think in depth about development issues and SME in particular. I'm glad about the emphasis given to SME. I'm glad that we established that SME is an important player in the private sector. Too often we speak of the private sector and we think it's big business. Our subconscious, our narrative is big. Private sector, big business. But the big business is really small business. And small business is really the big business. And so I'm glad that with international partners, the research they've done through Africa, we can look at ourselves, we can look at Africa, we can look at what's keeping us back, and look at some of the solutions that we might try with our partners.
Indeed. Now, let's talk country specifics. You from South Africa.
Yes.
And there is a Department of Small Business here. How do you see this? Is there since its inception, do you think there's improvement now in really making sure that that big business, that small business is really being taken care of?
Sadly not. We have a small business department with a budget of 3 billion over 3 years, and the performance has been below standard. And this is no reflection on the officials, it's just that the budget is too small for the mandate. They've got a big job. They're expected to create 9 million jobs by 2030. And you can't do that on 1 billion a year. So sadly, my view on the Department of Small Business is that we do not need a self-standing department. The Department of Small Business ought to be an auxiliary partner to the Treasury. Much smaller, dealing merely with policy, research, and monitoring and evaluation. And the implementation to support small business should be led by private sector managers, under charter within the policy. I think then we'll do much better. And it will be the avenue that you open up to the private sector to play their role. If government encourages private sector to be the implementing manager, the private sector manager, that's the role, that's their experience, that's their skills. And so I'm hoping that we will relook the structure in government, that we will bring small business department as an auxiliary department under Treasury into the microeconomic unit of Treasury and allow the private sector to implement the projects and developments.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.